Hello everybody and welcome back to Subsistence. It is cold. It's not just cold, it looks cold. It is cold. So I'm not quite sure how much we're going to be doing today because you can see I have a jacket and a sweater on and I'm still cold up this mountain. But we can change that because I have eventually managed to make enough stuff, enough power now. We can craft a radiator. So I mentioned in the last episode, I think it would be a good idea if we have a little bit of a rearrange in the base. Primarily because it's so cold that when I'm fighting the enemy, I'm having to stand up here and, oops, get up the ladder. And as you can see up here I am very cold, -10. So yes, we do need some windows, but I thought we could rearrange a few things and maybe make this a little bit more homely. So what I want to do is I want to continue to have the sort of work area down here, and for that reason I'm going to put the radiator sort of around about there. I can move it later on, but for now I think there. We are going to need to upgrade it because currently, turn it on, you can see it draws 0.3. We can improve that significantly with the upgrades, but I don't have the things available at the moment, so we're just going to have to keep a close eye on our power when we're using it. Right, with that down there then, we can move this upstairs. And my idea for moving this upstairs is to bring the fridge up as well. And I think probably if we put this somewhere around, what have we got behind there? Yeah, somewhere around the middle area. That looks pretty good. Well, almost pretty good. I think I can live with that. I do prefer not to have the gap there, but for now that'll do. And eventually we will be building a cooker, of course, so we can also move that upstairs, or place that upstairs and have a kitchen, bedroom, studio kind of area. But for now, I think that's as good a place as any. Something like that. I'm going to move this because my OCD is kicking in, and I'm sure yours will be as well if you suffer from that problem. If it's not perfect, it's not right. So let me just try, see if we can get that a little bit closer. That's better. Of course now it's sticking through the other side, but so's the fridge. Right, enough's enough. I'm going to leave that as it is. Okay, so we have one spawn on the bed. That's good. We need the spawn. We do need to make some windows because, well, it just feels warmer with windows, doesn't it? But at least for now, we can sit by the fire. We have a radiator on downstairs, and, well, that's a little bit of an improvement. But only just. As you can see, I move away from the radiator a bit, it does cool down quite quickly. But hopefully we'll only need to use the radiator when I'm here building things, and eventually maybe we can think about moving it. Not quite sure where, but yeah. Okay, so window wise we need 4 of these to make 1 glass sheet. Windows take 3 glass sheets, I believe. So curved windows, yeah, 3 glass sheets. But they also require ingots, and the others we're not very well off. We can make more, but yeah. Ingots is the thing. And for ingots, of course, we need iron and copper, and power and mass, neither of which we have at the moment. So I think the best thing to do, our power is gradually climbing even with the radiator on, so that's good. But I'm thinking we're going to need to get out and find some stuff. But before I can do that, I need to eat. So let's switch this off No point leaving it on if we're not going to be here. Let's go back up here. And that's a hell of a storm, isn't it? So let's cook up some livers. This also raises another issue of all the stuff to put in the fire is downstairs. And I don't really want to have to run all the way down here every time I want to put something in the fire. So what we're going to do is build another crate. Of those and 3 of those, and we'll take that up with us and take some logs up with us as well. Okay. I think if this was my home place, I think by now I would probably be drawing the curtains and shutting the weather out. And probably getting a nice mug of soup of something. Just waiting for these livers, I really don't want them to burn. Right, that would seem to be as good a place as any. And okay. And we got a couple of steaks. I like to try and keep the livers because they are really, really good. Berries, put that back. Okay, so I'm thinking probably it's going to be a waste of time going out in this. As you can see, it's -6, -5 next to the fire, so it's going to be cold out there even if I go to lower altitudes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang around for the rest of the day and just try and keep warm, and I hope this storm blows over, and if it does I will bring you back and we'll go out and do a bit of looting. If it doesn't, I will see you in the morning. Okay, welcome back. So it looks like the storm's finally blown over. We are being visited by our cougar friend, just up the top there. But I think I can sneak out. At least I hope I can sneak out without annoying them too much. And there is a wolf just down here, so I'm going to have to go kind of the long way round, which is a shame. Oh, hello. So he might actually be in our way when we come back. But I want to try and get out and get some looting done, and I'm hoping it'll be warm enough now when we get to the lower altitudes. So I'm not going to be doing too much stopping around up here. But it's not going to be long now, and the water is going to be freezing. Not that that'll make too much difference because it's too cold for me to be able to go in at the moment anyway. But I think I am going to have to start collecting some more food. As earlier today showed, when you get cold you go through a lot of protein. And you don't have that much in the fridge. I was kind of hoping... Ooh, you swipe. I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to get out and get some cougars, because that's a really good way of getting a lot of meat. But it's just too cold up there. So we're going to have to make do with small game and wolves, I think. Wolves, of course, require a shotgun, so I can upgrade my recurve bow. So I'll see how much small game we can fall upon, and if necessary I'll top it up with a few wolves on the way home. Definite lack of loot crates today. Ooh, Hello, chicken. I might normally just chase these chickens down and catch them, but I don't want to take the chance of careering into a white wolf, because white wolves are very, very difficult to see. Oh, we didn't manage to make another lockpick yet, so can't do anything with that. Yeah, when you're chasing a chicken, you only get a fraction of a second to sort of look ahead, scan the horizon and see if there's a wolf there. And with the white wolf being that much better camouflaged, it's very, very easy to miss. Such as that one on the hill in the last episode. And that one there, for instance. Now, I might be inclined to take the pig were it not for the fact that you only ever get one chop off them. You have to entice them to charge you, which requires a good arrow shot, and then you need a shotgun to kill them. So it's quite an expensive way of getting one chop. Oh, rogue's still there. They were pretty close to there yesterday, weren't they? And another lock crate up on the top of a rock. Okay, losing the sun now. Because of the snowstorm, I've had to cut much of today out. Just wasn't able to get out and do anything. So what I'm going to do is take a few wolves on the way back, get back to base, spend the night cooking up meat, and I'll make some words fail me. Adhesive. I'll make some more adhesive. I've been crafting, I've used the last of our copper to craft some ingots. So once that's done, then we should be able to make a couple of windows at least. And we'll see if that helps to keep us a bit warmer. See any more crates? Yeah, we're losing the light fast now. He's at a bit of an awkward angle, isn't he? Yeah, go around, I think. Do not need any mishaps. Wash my hands while we're here. Probably going to have to take that wolf out on the way back. But I can always wash my hands again. Okay. Where is he? Where did he go? Ooh. Now he's injured. Why is he injured? Ah. Interesting. Thinking that was probably a fisherman, but why he's coming up this track is a bit of a mystery. He must have been going to one of the other ponds. Sorry, I know it's a bit dark. Just very quickly gonna get something to drink. Cougar is awfully close. Too close. Not sure where he was, but he just took a thunk at the walls. Right, just turn that on for a second. This way. I've had a bit of a rearrange, not in this crate necessarily, but in the other crates, which I'll show you. Now that we've moved some of the things upstairs, it kind of made more sense. And those. And I think that's the lot for there. That and that. And yeah, so you can see I've rearranged this a little bit. I've moved some stuff upstairs, made a bit more room here. A bit easier to see things. And we need some of those. So I've rearranged this crate as well. This is more in keeping with the way I usually have things, so the ores will be at the top, and then refined ones, and then the crafting stuff at the bottom. So we're going to take some of those with us, and I managed to make a whole 3 ingots. Try not to spend them all at once, and I'm still holding off this, but I think realistically copper is going to be the more important one, because we do have a little bit of iron, so just going to get some of that going. Turn that off. And, oh, I'm going to need another light, aren't I? Okay, let me just bring that one upstairs for now. Otherwise, you guys are going to be complaining again. There we go. Yeah, those melted. Put this away before it goes off. Okay, so everything else is pretty much as you remember it, still sticking through the wall here. But this crate here, I've decided we're still going to keep the fuel in here, but this is kind of going to be my wardrobe, with the health and spare clothing and all that sort of thing. And then the ash for the garden, obviously, kind of makes sense to have it, you know, close to hand. Now I'm going to need some of these. And how much biofuel have we? Ooh, right. So we can make some more adhesive. And that should allow us, I hope, to make, well, I'm thinking 2 windows. If I can make 2 windows for here, these are kind of my fighting areas, although this one's not very good, but that one certainly is the one I fight from. So if we can get a window in there, I think that would be a bonus. So let me go and get the stuff for that. Do say 3, wasn't it? So that's 12 of those. And again, I can't ever remember. Yeah, just 1 and 1. So. I think that's right. Yeah. get that cooking. Well, one more. And leave the other 3 cooking when I go and do this one. Now, obviously, I'm aware that with the grenade arrows and things that they fire this window, we really need to upgrade this if we're putting a window in it, because wood is just too easy to destroy. I do have some plates downstairs, so I think probably that would be a good next step too. But for now, let's make sure it goes in the right place and get the window in there. And this radiator is going to be on and off all the time, isn't it? So we need the hammer. And some plates, I can't remember how many. And those. I don't think I really need to reinforce this bit down here. This doesn't seem to get hit. So, because resources are quite scarce at the moment, I think what I'll do is I'll do this one, which needs repair anyway by the look of it, so it's easier than repairing it. And this one. And because it's got a window in it, or will have, I think this one as well. This one does get damaged, but not very much. It's kind of half buried in the rock, so I'm not too worried about that. But that should, if you believe what they say, keep us warmer. I'm hoping. Right, I'm going to put all this lot away and have a think about whether we need to upgrade anything else. I think I might just leave the upgrades until we see what gets damaged and upgrade accordingly. But for now, that should be a little bit better. But I'll wait the night out and I'll bring you back in the morning, which, by the look of it, isn't going to be long. And good morning. Well, as you can see, it looks like we're in for another thoroughly miserable day. I'm just cooking a little bit of this food up, just so that we've got something ready to go, because I'm going to have to eat if we're going to try and get out at all. But yesterday we didn't have any attacks, so I'm expecting today we will get something. But I can't really afford to just stand here and wait. I really need to be getting out and getting some loot. I was also thinking it might be a good idea if I put the fruit and veg that we've got in the fridge for now, till we get a cooker, so that everything's in one place and I don't have to keep running up and down for it. So that's pretty much all of that. And the seeds can go, I think, upstairs as well. And that just leaves our essentially medicinal things in here. So that's a little bit more organised. I'm sure there's more organising I can do as well. But for now, that'll have to do. So, yeah, if I move those up there, we can sneak the seeds in. Into there. And then, again, with these, we don't really use these until we get a cooker, but I can eat them as they are. So what I'll do is I'll put those on the bottom rows there. And we don't really need to keep, I mean, with blueberries and well, those three essentially, you can make jam now, but until he introduces the spoilage rates on fruit, there's not really a lot of point. So let's fill ourselves up a bit. The tomato should do it. And maybe chicken. Yeah. I like to be full when we leave home. Of course now I need another drink. And I do have a magical place for water now, just out here. Assuming there's no cougar around. I can get water there, which is kinda handy. Jumping out of the back door. I'll use a fuel brick this time. And the only thing I don't have up here is obviously electricity and mass. I've got no way of seeing what electricity and mass I have. That just shows usage. The workbench does show it, but of course all of that sort of thing is downstairs. Now, just waiting for this water, and also to see if we get any attacks. No sign of anything yet. There we go, so I'll drop that on there, and let's get out and see if we can find some loot crates. Again, it's way too cold to be hanging around up here, so I'm going to make a beeline for the lower levels. Yeah, it's -8 here, so can't be staying up here. That was hardly worth it, was it? Yeah, these snowstorms really do drop the temperature a lot. It's -5, and this is the lowest level we can get to. Our cold protection is to -7, so we should be okay, but we're still going to be burning protein. I haven't replaced our arrows either, so we're going to have to be a bit careful. A bit low on those. I'm trying to stay into the, the lower parts of the forest here, but there doesn't seem to be much here. I wonder if those rogues have moved on by now. I'm hoping we'd have found some loot crates by now, but see, we're already getting cold and I've only come up a few feet from the bottom. -7. Ooh, so close. No, I think this is going to be another day where I run back and huddle up next to the fire and wait the storm out. And go a slightly different route just in case there's anything spawned. From a few plants, I don't think there's much. A wolf there. The danger if you push yourself to stay out in the cold, the danger obviously is that you are burning up far more protein than you're capable of making or catching. And as you can see, our stamina is already dropping. No, just put the kettle on, make a nice mug of soup, and stay by the fire. We'll wait and see if this storm will blow over. Well, welcome back. It's just stopped storming. It is still snowing. Cougar is around up there somewhere, and I saw this bag outside and the sun briefly came out, so I thought I would just quickly run out and check the local area, because otherwise today will be a complete washout. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get out very far. It is still way too cold to be running around, -10 here at the moment. But yeah, the day is rapidly coming to an end. We still haven't had any attacks today, which surprises me. So I'm thinking any time about now, we're going to hear a boom, you are under attack. So I don't want to go too far away, but I didn't want to leave those bags there to despawn. We need the loots. Yeah, as you can see, as we go up the hill here, it gets colder and colder. -13 here. So just quickly going to drink, and then I'm afraid it's back inside in the warm. Put this on. We don't waste too much protein. But yeah, I mean it's a bit of a dead loss. There is not a lot I can do cooped up in here. 435 and 100. I was going to make another light, but I don't think we're going to be spending much time down here. The other option is obviously an oven, but once you've made the oven with your 30 electrical components, which is half of what we've got, you then need to make the equipment that goes in it, and yeah, that in itself is a task. So we could possibly work towards a drill or another plant bed even. But I'm thinking what I should do with this mass. Obviously we could make a lockpick, but I'm getting quite low on things like ingots. Those are okay. Glass panels we can't do much about anyway. I can make one more circuit board and that's it. So, what to do? I think probably as we saw a couple of locked crates yesterday when we were out and about, I think it's going to have to be another lockpick. It does seem always to be a bit of a waste to me. But Yeah, I mean, I could make a light for down here, but I do have that light, and chances are we're not going to be hanging around down here very long. So I'm just kind of hoping, yeah, we're using more electricity than we're making at the moment. -1, is that this thing? Nope, that's this thing. Because I wanted to get some copper done. Because we didn't have any. Alright, let's put that back on for a sec. Yeah, so overnight I think what I'll do is I'll wait for the power to come back up overnight. No point in running a generator, it's going to come up anyway. And better not carry that stuff on me just in case I do something stupid like I did last time. So I'm kind of holding on despite it being night time, because I'm absolutely shocked that we haven't had an attack for a good couple of days now. So whether or not the weather affects that, I don't know. Maybe they can't get here. Maybe it's just too cold. Who knows? But at least we have now got a little bit of protection. I can hide behind the windows when I need to, and we have these reinforced alloy sheet panels here now. Things are looking a little bit better, I hope. But yeah, very surprised there haven't been any attacks. That is a little odd. I'm certain we will be getting one probably in the morning, but I can't realistically sort of keep hanging on and hanging on. I think by the time I've cut out the unnecessary waiting time in the last couple of days, that will do us nicely for an episode. So I'm sorry not much has happened, but I am trying to bring you the struggles involved in surviving through the winter at a relatively high altitude, well, a high-ish altitude, and this is what you have to put up with, unfortunately. We are very, very lucky to have been able to get the jacket and the sweater, because obviously without those we would really be struggling. You can see I'm stood by the fire and it's -7, -6. We're right on the edge of our tolerance. So if it gets any colder overnight, I will have to put the radiator on and maybe even bring it up and put it next to the fire here just to stay warm. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and look after yourselves, stay safe, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye now.